Kia ora, Aotearoa, Angus Hines here at Met Service. I hope you managed to get some nice weather through the Christmas New Year period, because it looks like that is kind of coming to a close as we have rainy, windy, cloudy conditions hitting large parts of the nation in the coming couple of days. Started with a look at our radar imagery, and we have got wet weather across much of the upper North Island for today, Wednesday the 4th of January. This rain is expected to slide slowly southwards through the second half of the day today, along with some gusty, blustery northeast winds, so it stays wet up here, and that rain does creep into parts of the central North Island and the very far northwest of the South Island too. Still some good weather through much of the afternoon across the majority of the South Island and the lower North Island, shaping up okay as well. How about tomorrow, Thursday the 5th of January? Well, it's more wet and windy weather across much of the country. Northeasterly flow drives the incoming rainfall. All of it's kind of a hook of moisture which spirals out of this low out to the west of the North Island, and that is going to mean cloudy, wet, humid days ahead. So starting at the top, it's going to be rainy here, particularly wet for Coromandel and the Western Bay of Plenty, and we have got heavy rain warnings active in those places. All other areas still get a wet day, but the rain tends to be a bit more intermittent. It comes and it goes. There's some dry stretches of weather in the mix there. Pretty blustery northeast winds no matter where you are, with Auckland in particular lining up for some strong conditions in the wind flow tomorrow throughout the course of the day. We have got a strong wind warning there. Day doesn't change that much. What you see in the morning is likely what you'll continue to get through the afternoon and evening. That is off and on rainfall and blustery northeasterlies, perhaps slightly brighter up here in the far north. Cloudy skies for the lower North Island. It's a bit of a mixed bag in terms of rainfall though. There is the chance of rain for all of these places, and you probably will get at least a little bit through the course of the day, but not all day. The rain will break up. There'll be some long dry stretches of weather through the lower North Island tomorrow, and given that it's quite calm and quite warm, when that rain stops, it's actually very pleasant outdoors. I just wouldn't go too far without an umbrella or a raincoat, because that next bout of rain could be just around the corner through Thursday afternoon or evening. And likewise, it's rain at times all day, but not raining all through the day for the north and the west of the South Island. Things are shaping up a little bit differently along the eastern side, particularly south of Marlborough here. There's likely to be some morning rain through Canterbury and Kaikoura, but a lot of that should clear up and the afternoon becomes mostly dry, a bit of sunshine even through the day. Maybe just a quick chance of a second shower through the second half of the day along this coastline. And looking even further south, we have a cloudy morning here, scattered rain around, not a whole heap of it unless you're on the western coastline down here. Just little bits and pieces of morning rain elsewhere with long dry stretches, and if anything, trending a little brighter in the afternoon. Some nice weather for the second half of the day, Dunedin, Oamaru, Timaru, even Queenstown. Can't completely rule out the chance of a little bit of further rainfall through the afternoon or evening, but the majority of the second half of the day should be dry across the southern part of the country. And how about the next day, Friday? Well, this wet weather's not going anywhere quickly. It's sticking around for several days, and it's going to be another tricky day to pin down the detail, with most of the country getting that chance of rain, but it's not going to rain all day for everyone. There will be dry weather for all of these places, but there will also be some stints of wet weather here and there across the course of Friday, particularly morning and afternoon. Some places do look a little brighter towards the end of the day. The wind is northeasterly once again, coming down from this direction, not quite as strong as it was through the middle of the week. That wind has toned down a little bit by the end of the week, and temperature-wise, it's fairly mild through the day, but we do have warm overnight minimum temperatures as some sticky, humid nights persist around the North Island. As for the South Island, bright start on Friday for the east coast, but as the day progresses, rain returns to many areas, particularly inland as well as south of Christchurch. All the way down here, we could be seeing some heavy afternoon rain, dialing back a touch in the evening hours. A few spots of rain here and there elsewhere. Warm afternoon temperatures through Canterbury, 27 degrees, cooling off with an evening southerly wind flow. If you do want more information about what that means for your weather in your town or city, head to metservice.com. That is it from me for today. Kia pai te rā.